Did you know YoungBoy was just spotted in a new low-security prison in preparation of his release from jail? YoungBoy had his prison sentence reevaluated after crafty lawyer work, but when you go back to the original court sentencing day, it started with a YoungBoy fan hacking into the courtroom and screaming, "Free YoungBoy."
Free YB, man. Free YB.
Everyone needs to stay muted. Okay.
Free YB.
All right. Mr. Golden's case has already been called. He's done with court today. For those of you interested, everyone keep yourselves muted.
Free YB. Free YB. Free YB.
As YoungBoy entered the courtroom smiling and laughing as he reacted to the hacker who was screaming in support of him. When walking into court, YoungBoy signed off on a legal form, confirming he understands English while writing his education consists of the 8th grade level. But YoungBoy's sentencing kicked off with the judge reading off his charges as described by the prosecutors. They wrote that on March 10th, 2021, YoungBoy was arrested and charged with 1 count of firearm possession by a convicted felon and firearm possession of an unregistered firearm. YoungBoy originally caught these charges while recording a music video in a local neighborhood. He had his crew playing loud music, dancing on the hood of cars, and waving firearms in the air. A lady down the street caught wind of them making a disturbance down the street and called law enforcement. Describing to the police, there's several men dancing around holding firearms in the air. Once police arrived, they arrested YoungBoy since they knew he's got a long criminal history.
So yesterday at court, the body cam footage of the officer who put the cuffs on YoungBoy back in September during that music video, that was shown, and it was very interesting because the cop comes right up to him, you know, whatever, he puts the cuffs on him. And then YoungBoy's reaction is kind of hilarious. I thought it might be interesting for y'all. He was like, yo, big dog, man, what you doing, man? Why you putting these cuffs on me? That's who he was calling the cop. He was calling the cop big dog. He's like, big dog, you up right now. I didn't do nothing. You could search me. I got nothing on me. Cop doesn't listen. Cop puts him in and the whole time YoungBoy's like, yo, man, what you doing, man? Big dog, why? And it really goes to show you a lot about this case. YoungBoy didn't think he did anything wrong. He didn't think that they were going to go and start taking footage from music videos and said, you held a gun in a music video and you're a felon and that's a federal felony and you're going to face 3 to 5 years. No, and it really shows you that these federal laws, as applied to kids like NBA YoungBoy from the hood, are extremely unfair and extremely punitive, and we need to take a good long look on what's going on there.
But in the process of the arrest, the cameraman knew YoungBoy couldn't get caught holding a firearm, so he tried deleting the footage. Unfortunately, he wouldn't finish deleting before police confiscated the camera. The police received clear footage of YoungBoy holding the firearms despite being a convicted felon. YoungBoy's lawyer tried arguing in court that the police obtained the camera illegally and should be dismissed in court, but it didn't hold up. As this was a huge swing in the YoungBoy case, with it announced, YoungBoy has lost his appeal with the feds, and now prosecutors can use footage of him holding firearms to convict him.
Update on NBA YoungBoy. He lost the appeal with the federal appeals court. He can take it up to the Supreme Court. What happened? So the federal judge, the lower court, ruled in his favor. She said that the video of him holding what looks like to be a is suppressed. Can't be used at trial against him. The way you guys obtained it, you violated his constitutional rights. Now, the government went to the 5th Circuit United States Court of Appeals. The 5th Circuit said, you know what, we have a different decision, and we're going to say that the government can use that evidence. It is going to be allowed in the case. Now, YoungBoy's got a couple of options. 1, he can appeal to the Supreme Court. I fully expect they will appeal to the Supreme Court. 2, you got to go to the government and say, look, this guy was locked up for a long amount of time. I think he was locked up for almost a year. He's been on house arrest for almost a year. How much time do you want him to serve, and think about doing a plea bargain? Ultimately, you can also take this case to trial and try to beat the feds and go 2-0 against them. He's previously beaten a federal.
At this moment in the courtroom, it got very emotional as the judge made a speech for YoungBoy and wished the best for his future. With court reporters announcing, the judge gave YoungBoy a positive message about him being robbed of his talent and potential due to his addiction, and wished him the best of luck after he's out of prison.
Mr. Golden, I've seen so many times that good men and women who have a lot of talent and potential, that they can be robbed of that potential when they start to really struggle with their addiction. So I don't want that for you. You seem like a very talented young man. I'm hoping in your future that once you're done with your federal prison time, that you can be really successful on federal probation and have a really bright future where you can reach your full potential in every aspect of your life. Best of luck to you, Mr. Golden.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your
further?
Honor. That's all I have, if I could
Okay.
be excused.
You may.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you all.
After his sentencing, his lawyer updated fans on the case with him reporting, "I finally wrapped up YoungBoy's case. He got 23 months, but because of the way we worked it, with time served on another case in Louisiana, he should be out in 3 or 4 months." Not long after, jail records updated that YoungBoy will be getting released on July 27th, 2025, making his release date much closer than many expected. But suddenly on March 3rd, Rich the Kid did an interview with Akademiks. They both agreed YoungBoy will be released in the coming days.
Drake YB Dirk right now. And I ain't gonna lie to you, because I was even looking at my Spotify like recap. Yo, I think hip hop is due, like, YB has to stay out of jail. Yo, we're thirsty for his There's a
Get out in March, right?
yeah, it's
Excited for him.
more music with him.
Wait on it. Wait on it.
However, YoungBoy won't be released for long. A lawyer broke down YoungBoy's other case that's pending. YoungBoy's wanted for skipping a court appearance for another out-of-state case. Being out of state meant the FBI was involved and they staked out his Louisiana mansion. After hours of waiting, YoungBoy finally jumped in his car and left his house. The FBI followed YoungBoy onto the highway and they turned on their sirens for him to pull over. YoungBoy was complying initially as he pulled off to the side of the road. However, once the officer got out of his car to speak with YoungBoy, he put the car back in drive and floored it down the highway. It wasn't long before YoungBoy ran into heavy traffic on the highway and was forced to take the chase to the regular streets. After creating a gap between him and law enforcement, he jumped out the car and began a chase on foot, which was a terrible choice for YoungBoy, as he was wearing designer shoes, skinny jeans, a jacket, and some chains, making it probably the worst outfit possible to run in. Officers began catching up to YoungBoy on foot, and that's when we saw YoungBoy taking the chase into a fan's backyard, because as YoungBoy was running by, the fan noticed and took pictures of YoungBoy, running with the officer close behind. Although YoungBoy's fun would end shortly after, with police and K9 units catching up to him.
You know, talk to us. Tell us what happened.
As soon as we're done with everything, we'll take off the handcuffs, okay? But
yeah, I don't have a statement. I don't want to be detained in these handcuffs like this. I'm probably if I haven't committed a crime or done that.
Okay. All right. Give us a second, okay?
Okay, no voluntary statement.
Hey, he's not willing to give a
So,
statement.
you know, any statement, any voluntary statement?
No, sir. Mr. Martinez, I don't want to give a statement. I don't want to be in this.
YoungBoy caught a bunch of charges for the chase, from speed racing, resisting arrest, and much more. The judge didn't take it easy on him, but with the fortune YoungBoy's created for himself, he was able to bond himself out of jail after offering up a ton of money and houses.
For YoungBoy out of California is a $540,000 bond. He put up $500,000 in cash. In addition, he put up as collateral 2 properties worth in excess of $1.5 million, and he has to wear an ankle monitor. However, he's not going to be on house arrest. According to the bond set by the California judge, he simply has to wear the ankle monitor but is otherwise free to travel. This is very big. Why? Given that the California judge found that these circumstances are sufficient for a YoungBoy, why would a Louisiana judge find any differently? The Louisiana judge is looking at the same facts, he's looking at the same charges, and he's making a decision under the exact same federal law. Sure, it's a different court and a different circuit, and the way the laws are applied varies somewhat from state to state, from circuit. It shouldn't vary a lot. If this California judge said, hey, this much money and these restrictions are good, it would be very, very weird for a Louisiana judge to say, oh no amount of money and no restrictions. That would be very uncommon. I fully expect that the Louisiana judge on Tuesday will release YoungBoy on.
Despite his extensive criminal history, YoungBoy was extremely lucky to only receive 23 months in the firearms case, especially when you take into account that prosecutors typically like to make examples out of public figures to deter others from committing similar crimes. However, with YoungBoy serving his time, it continues the sad downward spiral we've seen from him in recent years. He was originally cool with every rapper early in his career, but he's only continued to act worse the longer he's been in the spotlight. He started creating constant beefs with rappers and sharing incriminating lyrics in his songs. Back when YoungBoy was arrested for the high-speed chase, NLE Choppa supported him by releasing a song titled Free YoungBoy. But Choppa switched sides when YoungBoy started dissing fallen rappers in the industry, most notably King Von. YoungBoy ended up dropping his hit song Bring the Hook in 2022, which had the entire rap scene reacting to it. DJ Akademiks tweeted, YoungBoy on demon time right now, and he's dropping another tape. But Lil Reese spoke out and defended King Von by tweeting, that ain't no demon time, he just rapping like the rest of these rappers all rap. To which Choppa let his his stance be known, agreeing with Lil Reese saying, "I stamped that," showing he doesn't like the disrespect YoungBoy was throwing out there. But with how intense YoungBoy is in his beefs, he called out Choppa. As he rapped, "I bet your mama be destroyed when we send you to God for making statements, choosing sides about my beef with them boys. I could say I saw it. You could say I was your favorite." Soon after, we heard Choppa speaking on the beef between him and YoungBoy.
He's not able to defend his name, bro, and it be a lot going on within his name about him. When, to me, bro, he a real stand-up dude, and it was just unfortunate how it happened. Like, he came to a person as a man.
Choppa even spoke on it again with DJ Vlad, as he wanted no issues with YoungBoy anymore.
When you heard that, what'd you think?
It was funny to me. I feel like, it's not serious when it hit the net. It's funny. I mean, it's just entertainment to me.
Yeah.
It was entertaining. Good song. Nice bars.
Although he'd hop on the Breakfast Club too, and he stated, YoungBoy needs to be more careful. He's got a lot of people looking up to him, and he needs to set a better example. He needs to stay out of trouble and focus on his music. While not much more came out of the Choppa and YoungBoy beef, it wouldn't stop him going after other rappers. A perfect example of YoungBoy's rage is what happened between him and Jay DeYoungin. Initially, the two were good with each other and dropped a collab song together titled Up With Me, and Jay took the time to praise YoungBoy when they first got to knowing each other.
Me and YoungBoy, soon we will be making music together. I'm a fan of YoungBoy music. Yeah, we gonna collaborate pretty soon and put on for our state, because when we do, I feel like this is gonna be one of the hardest collaborations ever.
However, it'd all fall apart when Jay accidentally made an Instagram post with an unreleased YoungBoy song. YoungBoy hated Jay for doing this and commented on the post, "Delete this now. I don't know how you even got my song. I don't mess around like that." It seemed like a genuine mistake from Jay, but Jay didn't back down and said he wouldn't take disrespect from anyone.
I'm a real and I stand on everything, you hear me? Ain't no gonna play with me, ain't gonna disrespect me.
Jay even dissed YoungBoy on the song titled 38K. With him rapping, "You put that comment on my post, they laughed about that, but I was laughing when your baby mama was on me," as photos revealed that Jay had been hanging around with one of YoungBoy's baby mamas. And this is when the beef turned real, because not long after that, Jay was taken out at his family home. No one knows for sure who was behind the hit, but just months prior, YoungBoy made a video directed at Jay.
"You be hiding. We real headhunters, man. Come on, man. Open their mouth, came to what they was, man. Oh,